Did you know that in the face of uncertainties surrounding the top EV firm stocks, several experts advise against selling your Tesla stock? The way Tesla stock is performing right now is even making some bulls lose faith in the company. Some, on the other hand, think that owners of Tesla should hold on to their stock. You would not want to overlook this information. With the price of Tesla stock at 227.54 cents a share right now, investors are unsure on whether or not to sell their shares. Elon Musk only needed to use one phrase to reassure Tesla investors. Musk finally responded to his largest shareholder for the third quarter, a full week after Singaporean billionaire Leo Kogawan warned that Tesla would only be able to emerge from its current crisis by a stock repurchase or 100% rise in profitability. He said minutes later the stock reversed its losses as investors took this as a clear sign that Musk might greenlight Tesla spending anywhere between $5 billion to even $10 billion on its first ever share buyback, although Musk's evasive reply may have left unclear what, if anything, he intends to do. He regularly interacts with his followers on Twitter and is likely aware of their mounting demands for a repurchase. In May, despite the company's declining share price, billionaire Leo Kogawan urged Tesla to declare a $15 billion stock repurchase. Kogawan wrote in a tweet to Tesla's head of investor relations, Martin Vita, that the business ought to make public its intention to repurchase $5 billion worth of Tesla stock this year and $10 billion the following year. He went on to say that Tesla should pay the repurchase using its free cash flow and not deplete its current cash holdings of $18 billion. Tesla's free cash flow for the first quarter of the year was $2.2 billion, according to a second tweet from Kogawan. He continued by saying that after capital expenditures are taken into account, he anticipates it to rise to $8 billion this year and $17 billion the next year. Additionally, he stated that Tesla may repurchase its cheap stock in addition to investing in additional factories, its Optimus bot, and fully autonomous driving. One strategy used by businesses to try to return capital to shareholders is the stock buyback, in which a publicly traded company uses cash to purchase its own shares on the open market. Apart from the third largest individual stakeholder in Tesla, a well-known Tesla supporter advocates for a repurchase of stock. In an open letter to the Tesla board, co-founders Gary Black and David Callis, whose single largest asset in the fund is Tesla, suggested a $10 billion share buyback. According to our assessment, Tesla is currently functioning from a position of exceptional financial health, holding $18.9 billion in marketable securities and cash, and having almost no debt. We think this is a special chance to purchase your shares, they stated. Black posted the open letter to Tesla on Twitter in the middle of October. Black tweeted, with Tesla selling at its lowest forward P37x on Wall Street 2023 EPS since COVID, with $18.9 billion in cash and no debt and an investment-grade rating, now seems an ideal time for Tesla's board to consider a $10 billion plus share buyback. Black went on to say in a Twitter thread that the future fund is planning buybacks of $10 billion over the following 3 years. According to Black, Tesla has $19.9 billion in cash and may make $100 billion in free cash flow after capital expenditures after spending $35 billion on new Giga's Optimus Dojo robot taxis and other projects over the course of the next 3 years. $10 billion in buybacks is after all growth projects, Black stated. Black said, remember, there are only 5 outlets for excess cash flow: pay down debt, acquisitions, dividends, share repurchases, and build up cash in response to the previous tweet. Of the 5, share repos probably offer the best return on investment. The fund manager informed the board, we think this is a rare opportunity to purchase your stock at significantly less than our estimate of $550 a share intrinsic value. When short-term noise is depressing shares, as is happening now, Tesla management can buy back more shares, he stated. Additionally, the fund manager stated that the company's financial flexibility is unlikely to be impacted in any way by the buybacks. Buybacks may be preferred to dividends by Tesla shareholders, as this shareholder return policy has a favorable long-term capital gains tax treatment, he stated. From the company's perspective, buybacks can be managed opportunistically, unlike dividends that are fairly rigid once put in place. Black stated. Tesla is the largest investment in Black's actively managed future fund. The EV maker stock makes up over 11% of the fund's total value. What impact does a buyback have on a business and its owners? By lowering the total number of outstanding shares, a repurchase increases each investors' proportion of ownership, which benefits shareholders. Rather than diluting shareholder wealth, the corporation concentrates it in the case of a buyback. A stock buyback also helps corporations since it can replace dividends, maintain stock prices, and consolidate ownership. Since they get their money back, investors can profit. Repurchases, however, aren't always advantageous to investors. In essence, a stock repurchase enables a business to reinvest in itself. Perhaps for this reason, investors in Tesla are adamant that the corporation repurchase its shares to the pleasure of investors. Tesla CEO Elon Musk hinted at a potential buyback during the company's most recent Q3 results call. At the board level, the buyback idea has been discussed in great detail. In general, the board believes that a buyback makes sense, but we want to make sure that the procedure is followed correctly. However, Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, stated on the most recent Q3 2022 earnings call that it's certainly possible for us to do a buyback on the order of $5 to $10 billion. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, and other executives spoke about a number of topics, including the company's stock repurchase. Musk clarified that Tesla still has the capacity to undertake a $5 to $10 billion buyback, even in the worst-case scenario for the upcoming year, even though 2023 might turn out to be a challenging year. It is apparent that this is currently awaiting board approval and scrutiny. It's likely that we'll do some meaningful buyback, Musk stated. While the market teams prioritize the short term, he continued, it is crucial to concentrate on the long term. Apart from the potential repurchase of stock, the manufacturing of Tesla's highly anticipated Tesla Semi and Cybertruck is proceeding as planned. December 1st is when the Tesla Semi, a fully electric semi-truck with active safety measures, a long range, and a roomy interior built for optimal safety, is supposed to be delivered. Musk went so far as to say that he will personally deliver the first semi-commercial trucks to Pepsi. In addition, his goal is to produce 50,000 units in North America by 2024. We will begin ramping up production of the Tesla Semi, which is a max-load heavy truck, a Class H truck, class of truck, Musk said. We'll be ramping up semi-production through next year. We're still on track to enter early production middle of next year, stated Lars Moravi, Tesla's head of engineering. In reference to the highly anticipated Tesla Cybertruck, we're in the final lap for Cybertruck, stated Musk. Musk went on to say, at this moment, we completed the engineering for Semi and Cybertrucks. Experts predict that these two goods, in addition to the public's current Tesla models, will help Tesla grow even further. Furthermore, Tesla has been diligently developing its full self-driving, or FSD, technology, as well as the Tesla robotaxi. Furthermore, Musk boldly predicted that Tesla's valuation would surpass that of both Apple and Saudi Aramco put together. Musk stated, I see a potential path with Tesla worth more than Apple and Saudi Aramco combined, considering that Saudi Aramco has a market capitalization of approximately $2 trillion and Apple has approximately $2.3 trillion. Tesla CEO Elon Musk believes the company is worth approximately $5 trillion. Musk did not waste any time in clarifying that the procedure will not be simple. That does not imply that it will occur or be simple. Actually, I believe it will be quite challenging. It will need a great deal of labor, some really innovative new items, controlled growth, and constant good fortune, he remarked. Musk continued, I should mention that when I said that, probably now that I see a path, in an extremely very difficult path, to get where Tesla, with as much as Apple and Saudi Aramco combined, I wasn't including Optimus. This suggests that Musk anticipates Tesla's value to increase if the humanoid robot Optimus performs well. Nevertheless, a number of analysts advise Tesla owners not to sell their shares because they think that even though the EV company stock has been declining steadily lately, it will eventually rise. After all, a lot of people think that long-term investors should buy Tesla shares. For more content about Tesla stocks, don't forget to subscribe to this channel.